Today at the Everyday Workbench, we get a visit from Bob Zeni, otherwise known as the Chicago Tomato Man. Bob has brought several varieties of heirloom tomatoes for us to plant, all based on the conditions of our outdoor space. He's looked at our raised garden bed, our sun conditions, and even our wind conditions to determine what is going to work best in our yard. So we just took delivery of our tomato plants from Bob Zeni. He came back to the garden to show us how to properly plant a tomato plant. So I have no excuse not to have the best tomatoes on the block this summer. So we're going to follow his guidelines and get these awesome heirloom tomato plants into our raised garden bed. Bob wants to make sure we're feeding our plants. This is a basic but very important step. You need to fertilize at the time of planting and then on a regular basis throughout the season. When it comes to your tomato plants, Bob recommends planting deep. The base of the stalk should be at least 3 to 4 inches below the surface of the soil. Make sure you cage your plants as soon as you put them in the ground, otherwise plants will not reach full potential. And of course, you need to water your plants. Basic advice, but without water, your plants will never bear maximum amount of fruit. Pruning a tomato plant is simple. Just look for these little suckers and pluck them off. In regards to keeping the bugs off your tomato plants, one easy step you can take is to plant basil at the base of each plant. Not only will this help keep pests away from your heirloom tomatoes, the basil is a perfect culinary partner. Now we're all set for the tomato growing season now that we have our tomatoes planted in our raised garden bed. Thank you to Bob Zeni for coming out to the Everyday Workbench garden to showing us his tricks of the trade. We're very excited about the tomatoes that he brought, heirlooms that are going to be beautiful and tasty. If you'd like to buy tomato plants from Bob, check out his website. Besides the plants, he has recipes on there as well and other growing tips. Thank you as always for watching Everyday Workbench.